My name is Clemens and I am a farmer here on farm Krumhuk. Animal welfare is a cornerstone for organic producers. Animal welfare for us means that we try to enable the animal to have its natural behavior as far as possible, because that is what the animal naturally does and should be able to do. And that is in regard of all their behavior. So that is their grooming behavior, their feeding behavior, their social behavior, and also their behavior in movement. And we try to take that into consideration. And that means that we really must look at the animal. And I think if we are aware as humans that the full responsibility of how we treat the animal lies with us. There's no lawyer, there are no unions for animals. So it's really upon the farmer to really be aware of the responsibility he carries in dealing with animals. It is just upon him. And I think that is very important to understand. And this degree of responsibility is huge. And I think we must be aware of that. And that will then allow us to look at the animal in a way that we really try and work with the animal and not try and fit the animal into a production system where the animal really cannot be what it actually is supposed to be. In Krumhuk, we graze our cattle in the veld. We don't allow so much selective grazing, but the animals can move freely. They are herded, they are guided in a certain direction, in a certain area, but they move freely. And in that, throughout the day, they can practice their natural behavior in terms of social behavior with other animals. In terms of drinking, they must be able to drink and they must have the right water sources. Of course, in terms of feeding, they must be able to go to different places to choose their grass. And so during the course of a day, the herders must make sure that they come across different terrains where different plants grow, so that each cow gets what she needs. The weaning of calves is usually done quite early, and that is a very stressful thing for the animals, for the calf and as well as for the mother. So we try to find a moment to wean the animal when the animal is ready to be weaned. And we try to have it as a natural process as far as possible. But sometimes in our production systems today, the calves need a little push to make that weaning step. And in the cattle herd, we have the nose rings, the weaning rings. It's a ring that goes into the nose. It's not painful for the animal, but it has spikes on it so that it's uncomfortable for the cow when they approach the udder, so that they can't drink anymore. With the milking cattle, we have it a bit different because we try to have the cattle with their calves. So every cow feeds her calf with milk as long as the calf needs milk. So they're never really separated. They're separated for times so that the milk can accumulate in the udder and can be milked out. But there's always left behind by the milkers the amount of milk that is needed for the calf to be fed. And this way we really try and enable the animal, also the relation between mother animal and calf, to develop in a natural way. Animals kept in feedlots are very much restricted in their behavior. In their behavior of movement, they can't move around how they would like to, how they would naturally do. And in their social behavior and also in their feeding behavior, because they get a ready mixed feed mixture that they just have to take in. And so in opposition to that, we've in organic agriculture really try to take into consideration what is the natural behavior and what system allows the animal to express that natural behavior. In Krumhuk, we try to reduce the stress the animal is exposed to by slaughtering here on the farm. And also during the slaughter process, and that is not only for the animal welfare, that also has to do with the quality of the meat later. It is very important to look at these factors. And the animal has to be treated with respect of its dignity until the very end. In organic animal production, animal welfare is not just a tick box, it is actually a commitment. And it is a commitment of the farmer to really care for his animals and allow them to live a life worth living.